Hey, this video is just for fun and to help others improve. Please don't go out of your way to hunt down or harass anyone mentioned in this video. Thank you and enjoy! Hi, I'm ED, creation of Misal, and the dragon lady who will be talking about something stupid on the internet today, which is someone named Midnightredlastor, the Radip Dub Sin Demon 1000, which is just unnecessarily long. He seems to mostly do dubs of Has-Been Hotel fan comics, but also does the occasional commentary. The videos I'll be covering are on a situation that I'll try and give some explanation on. Someone named Bailey was posting art that wasn't hers on DA and got called out, and so she used fighting words in Dreamer Studios, who is a trans minor from the UK, called Bailey out. This is a very basic and oversimplified version of the situation, so feel free to look into it for yourself if you're curious. Today we'll take a look at two videos from Midnight, both of which are on Dreamer. First video we'll be going through, of course, is his first. Then we'll move on to his second one. With all that out of the way, let's get to his first video.
She kept the boss. She must have kidnapped him. Alright, so what are we getting? We must save the boss from Dreamer Studios before she does something bad to him.
And a new time viewer is already lost as to what's going on. This is the first 10 seconds, and I have no idea why there's a skit going on. Like, there's no disclaimer or anything. We're just thrown into a skit and expected to go along with it. Also, I have no idea what that symbiote is saying. Is he supposed to be mumbling? Because it sounds like he's mumbling to me.
Dreamer Studios before she does something bad to him.
I don't know anything about this character, and I don't know much about robots, but did this robot mean to misgender Dreamer? Is this character transphobic?
So we're gonna be talking about this YouTuber girl named Dreamer Studios.
Oh, so it's a mistake on your part. Got it. Well, I'd like to say like these comments have. Dreamer uses he/him pronouns. He's trans, female to male, I believe, and not 18 yet, so he doesn't sound like a boy because he can't get hormones he needs yet. Or that's what I think. Dreamer, if you see this and I get something wrong, feel free to yell at me in the comment section. Now that you have been told by several people, you can apologize for something that even Misal has done. It's an honest mistake to make sometimes. I tend to do it with someone else, but it happens and I do my best to correct myself and apologize when I can. Since I don't think you'll make an apology video, you can edit the description to have an apology, or you can reply to Dreamer in the comments to apologize.
But also, I just want to say that her content's kind of lazy, you know. Because why? Well, like I said, remember how Runix uses the same background? She's definitely the same as Runix, using the same background.
I wouldn't call it laziness, as I only use one background. It could be any number of other things. Like if Dreamer has the ability to draw his own background or not. If not, he'd have to commission someone to make a background for him. To do that, he'd have to find someone who has the style he likes and fits his sprites. Then after that, he'd have to save money to commission the person or wait for them to open for commissions. But if he does manage that, the artist can't refuse for any reason, then he might have to find another artist to commission. But if the artist does accept his commission and he pays them, then he still has to wait. For how long depends on where he is in the queue and how fast the artist works. It just depends on a number of factors really, so no, Dreamer isn't lazy. Though that's not counting the fact that Dreamer may like that background and like using it, and who are you to tell him how his videos should look or how they should be made? The background isn't ugly, and he actually has mixed his backgrounds up from the very first video, so I don't even know why this is a point.
I came across this masterpiece. Well, someone decided to redesign our lovable non-binary shapeshifting lizard, and it made me irrationally angry. So I'll start with the redesign itself and get on to the bullshit notes below after that.
Redesign it. You know what, guys? I don't want to say this, but I've been sick and tired of people keep saying redesign it every day. When I hear this shitty girl just said that, I mean, what the fuck? And also, I just want to tell you all something about the redesign. Yes, of course, people redesign. I mean, it doesn't fucking matter. I mean, bruh, like people are gonna tell you that. I didn't even care to redesign it. And I didn't care to redesign it. That's her artwork. So we fucking talking about it. That's what people always says to me in Instagram. Like bullshit. They're just like little kids protecting their favorite artwork, which they're kind of retards. You know that?
Okay, Dreamer was talking about a person on DA redesigning a She-Ra character. Dreamer himself didn't redesign the character, and that's what that was. A redesign. If you have a problem with the word redesign, then that has nothing to do with Dreamer and is a problem that you shouldn't bring into the video talking about someone else. Only talk about the problems you have with Dreamer and his video, not words that you don't want to hear anymore for whatever reason. Plus, people have a right to point out bad redesign, and creators have a right to say something if their character is redesigned. Yes, redesigns can be good. They can also be bad. Like a redesign that takes away everything that the character is would be a bad redesign. For example, a redesign that makes Rainbow Dash into an Earth Pony with white hair and a blank flank would be a bad redesign of Rainbow Dash. Or a redesign of Freddy Fazbear that makes him green, a fish, and have to play the harp rather than sing. That would be a bad redesign. Here's another one, a redesign of Cuphead that makes him a plate that's green and pink who wears a suit and tie. That would be a bad Cuphead redesign. You know why these are bad redesigns? Here's why. Because you're taking away everything that makes that character who they are visually. You might as well make an original character at that point instead of redesigning an already existing one.
Exclamation mark. Why is the first non-binary character inhuman?
Stop using the goddamn text messenger. I mean, use your real voice, you stupid cat.
1. It's a text-to-speech bot, not a text messenger. 2. Back off the microphone there before it ends up in your mouth. 3. Try adding a headphone warning for people next time. 4. I don't think Dreamer is a cat. I was thinking fox, but I do understand the confusion. It can help those who just listen to the videos and don't actually watch it. If you have a problem with the bot's voice, that's different, but you never said that was the problem.
What's so bad about her content is that because she always uses her goddamn character and put it in a video and just do the same movements. I mean, what the hell? Try a different one instead of using your character on the video.
If that makes someone's content bad, then my videos are bad. So are Jars, Empty Brooks, Galaxy is OK's, Lord Pyromons, and many other creators. And if that's something that makes a video bad to you, then you think a whole style of commentary is bad, which I would think is just a style someone likes and might try to replicate. It's not like you can't understand what's being said or the video is over or undersaturated. I could understand those complaints, but you're basically saying, I don't like this style, therefore it's bad, you should cater your content to me, when there's lots of people that like this style.
I mean, do a gameplay, do something else, okay? I mean, nobody doesn't want to hear that with your character moving the same thing.
Nah, you're just plain wrong on that. If you were right, Dreamer wouldn't have over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, but he does. And the reason Dreamer doesn't do gameplay is because that's not his style of commentary. He isn't an art commentator. He isn't a retrospective commentator. His style of commentary is one he wants to do, and that's all the reason he needs to do that style. If you want to do a style of commentary, you should be allowed to do it without someone telling you that it's bad and you should do a different style. There are many different styles of commentary, and everyone has the choice to do what style they want to do.
How the fuck is that even, like, evidence?
Why do you insist on mouthing the mic? Are you trying to eat it, marry it, become one with it? Jesus, man, maybe try backing off the microphone and I can still understand what you said and probably respond to that?
And also, I'm gonna stop this video right there because this girl is so annoying using the same background. So anyways, here's me getting kidnapped, and here's me like talking my way out, and here are my two soldiers trying to save me from her. So yeah, I might die. So see everybody, see ya in the cabin. Or should I say the haunted house? So see ya.
Okay, we don't need to see all that as it's a skit, and I'm not someone who does commentary on skits, so we'll be moving on to a second video in a moment. I just want to say something before we do. The last 1/3 of the video is a poorly done skit that I think we could have done without. Now let's move on to the second video on Dreamer.
Hello everyone, it's me, Midnightredlastor.
Jeez, dude, why are you so quiet and mumbling? And it sounds like your soul's been ripped from your body. Are you okay? Have you suffered emotional damage? You can take a break if needed. Your health comes before videos, you know.
So y'all been noticing I'm making this another rant again on Dreamer Studios, because you know why? I don't know, he's just been talking shit, he's always blabbering his mouth.
If what Dreamer is saying is aimed at you, I can understand making a video. If not, then I need to figure out why you're so motivated by what Dreamer is saying that you have to make another video.
I'm just gonna be telling her about the videos she has made.
Excuse me? Are you seriously misgendering him a year later? A little over a year and a half, I think, and you still don't know that Dreamer uses he/him pronouns? I hope that this was a mistake that you made because you're too dumb to realize that you're making said mistake, because if this was done on purpose, I'm going to be very mad and my creator can't hold me back when I'm mad. Now let's see if I can figure out if you're dumb or malicious through the rest of this video.
Enjoy.
Good evening, my little darklings, and welcome back to Dream Studios. Today, I've decided to do my own reading or comments video for 2 reasons. 1, I'm not done with the video script just yet, and this is easy content. And 2, because 2 cowardly cocks arguing with weasel.
Okay, I get it. You're an edgy content creator, but Midnight, you usually don't want to deafen your audience before they can hear your points. That meme plays for 12 seconds and is far too loud for anyone with headphones, and people without headphones are going to get complaints from neighbors. If you want people to watch and listen to your video, you have to make it appealing to do so and not try and physically hurt them.
Decided to comment on my channel and then delete their comments before I could reply to them.
Okay, but I'm not gonna lie, but is he that dumb that there's a new update on YouTube that deletes their hate comments and...
I didn't know about this update. I hadn't heard about it till now. Misal, read updates more often. Not that I'll understand any of it. At least you can try.
Bruh, another same lame rant like always with the same thing, and also stop with that shit. What the fuck, mate?
No, I would say it's good to see you again.
I hope he realizes that that doesn't look like my account, because I do not remember putting that comment right there, and I do not remember having a second account, alright people? Because I do not have a second account. This is the only account on YouTube that I have, because I don't remember making another one. And I do not remember commenting on someone's channel, which he is basically blaming on me for this shit, you know?
Dude, if I saw someone pretending to be me online, I wouldn't say, you're dumb for thinking that me. I'd say, hey, that's not me, I need to clear up the situation. Then I'd try my best to do just that. I wouldn't blame the other person. I'd be mad at the person pretending to be me to get me in trouble. That's the person I'd have issues with, but you're gonna blame Dreamer because you don't like him for some reason.
What the hell is a Leafy clone? It doesn't even make any sense, a Leafy clone, what the hell?
A person who copies the style of YouTuber Leafy is here, who made content before he was banned off YouTube. I don't know much about Leafy, but I think he was one of the original people that started either the ranting or commentary community, though I'm not completely sure.
Even though I'm maybe gonna show you the screenshot about Dreamer Studios, I mean the dark truth about Dreamer Studios. So here are the screenshots, and Dreamer Studios, you might want to fuck off if you don't want to watch this video, or even you're gonna make this video as a rant.
That sounds like you're threatening Dreamer into silence with whatever screenshots you have. Most people don't like when children are threatened, and guess where I stand on that? I'll give you a hint. I think Dreamer should have a word with you, and I'll be willing to lend him a hand.
So anyways people, look at the screenshot that I decided to download.
Well, let's see what you're threatening Dreamer with.
The place opening hours, which is 7 a.m.
Okay, so what does this have to do with this?
Oh, I just wanted to show you that when you said FBI, my mind was like, oh okay, I wonder if that place exists in America, so I quickly typed FBI into Google and Maps showed me the location.
Link. And it would either lead Dreamer to disappear from the internet or possibly dead.
Possibly.
Yeah, I see.
Even if his own mother doesn't, of what his own 17-year-old son is doing is causing massive amount of trouble towards America on the internet. Also, I found this image.
Well, are you sure about this? I think FBI will be a good way to track him down, and speaking of a SWAT team, I guess World War III can be sometimes gonna interpret the investigation.
Image. See. Even though Dreamer lives and from United Kingdom, it's still not wise to be asking America to give him American government money for medication. America has use laws for medicational drugs and can't sell them to anybody.
Well, I bet Dreamer is a disgusting person, and if he wants to make money, then he should do it in a local job and not in YouTube just to mess with people and try to get people's reaction with it.
Yeah, that's true. And speaking of, I went into Google Maps and looked up America White House. And I would have imagined and perhaps call the government and explain the entire situation to them. Problem is not sure how to verbally think this and say it the best way possible.
I already saw that before.
I still feel like it's online slandering just because I still don't tolerate what Dreamer does for a living. He can't just be stepping foot on America and begging for American government money to be ranting for a living.
Also, what's up with him about making money for medication? If he is lying about it, that could be a drugs. It's just my opinion.
Okay, so first, I think you showed these out of order, but everyone watching this should get the point on what these comments are saying and what the point is. If you believe that the government is going to do anything about someone making money on YouTube when they live in another country, then you have more problems than I think, and you don't know about other YouTubers who do this. Like, there's a lot of them, including but not limited to Ponder/Empty Brook, who lives in Canada, as far as I know anyway. Jazza lives in Australia. Bakari Roo lives in Australia, and or lived in Australia, I'm not sure if she still does. Jacksepticeye lives in the UK as far as I know. So, if you think for a second that Dreamer shouldn't make money off of YouTube, then you have to be consistent and say that out of all the people I've mentioned, Jacksepticeye, at least, also shouldn't make money off of YouTube. Honestly, it's surprising you brought these screenshots up thinking that they'd mean anything. Like, these are honestly empty threats since nothing can be done about Dreamer making money on YouTube. And YouTube actually employs people from the UK. I didn't even need to Google it to know. That's just something I thought everyone knew because it was freaking announced that they needed more employees and showed a map of where they were lacking employees. Guess what? The map showed that they had employees in the UK, so those employees are paid from American company YouTube.
So this is my opinion. That's my criticism, and that's my opinion.
Well, this video is my criticism of you, and since you think it's okay to criticize others, you should be fine getting criticism yourself, right? I mean, you wouldn't give it unless you're okay with receiving it, like I am. My creator and I are always open to criticism so long as we can understand it. So that's the end of his video. Let's move on to my final thoughts, shall we? Alright, final thoughts time. Listen, Midnight, I understand if you don't like someone and you might want to make a video on them. However, you should at least try and make the video where people want to listen to you. I found your video very unpleasant to listen to and very difficult to sit through. It felt like you were trying to attack your audience for them choosing to watch your video. I do think you're capable of making much better commentaries, but these videos are just painful and feel poorly put together. Your points feel either like you're complaining because the video was not to your liking, or are shallow and are barely making a point to begin with. You constantly misgender Dreamer and don't seem to care to fix that even though it's super easy to do. Your video doesn't have a disclaimer on it, which you may want to add to keep others from harassing the person you're talking about because people do that, unfortunately. Plus, you need to add a headphone warning for some of the louder parts of your video so people can actually turn the volume down. If making this content the way it is makes you happy, then that's great, but I don't think a lot of people are going to like the content in its current state of being. Well, that's about it for this video. If you're new here and you enjoyed it, please subscribe. If you liked it, please leave a like. And if you didn't like it, please leave a comment below telling me why so that I may improve. I shall see you in the future. Farewell for now.